Okay folks, time for another low start takeaway review, and I've got little Mick joining me again today, fresh from the cosmetic surgery.
Right, you know, makes sense.
Two rights, Mrs. Blot with a sexy butt, you better believe it. Right. Oh yes, Mandingos, welcome back to the Blot Outdoor Show. Today we're going to do a food review from a cafe called The Kitchen, which is in the Town End Farm area of the city of Sunderland. It's nowhere near the city centre, it's like on the outskirts of Sunderland. Yeah, it's got a 2-star on the local hygiene rating, you know, from the council. So it's not a really low one, like some of the ones I've done, but I've been reading the reviews and it's got quite a mixed bag. Some good ones and some terrible ones. So this Mandingo is going to get some food from there. I'm going to give it a review and I will let you legends what I think about it. You better believe I will. Okay then guys, I need to concentrate on the road here, and I will see you legends when we're at the takeaway. Ah. Okay then my fansexuals, so we've just pulled up in the little car park where you've got the cafe called The Kitchen. I'm fancying something like a nice mince and dumplings, you know, like a nice good hearty meal. What do you fancy, Mrs. Blot with a sexy butt?
Jack and potato.
Jack and potato. Well, hopefully they've got them on. I've heard that the mince and dumplings is actually supposed to be really nice from there. Last time I tried to get mince and dumplings from somewhere, when we turned up it was too late and there was none left. So fingers crossed I can get some and Mrs. Blot can get a jacket potato. Alright then, we're going to make our way in the cafe in a minute. Same as usual guys, as we're walking in I'm going to point the camera down. I think there's people sitting in eating. I'm sure there's tables in where you can sit down and have a meal as well. There probably will be because it's a cafe. So people's not going to want me getting them on camera when they're sitting doing a bit munching Gladbach, and obviously the owners of the cafe are going to be a bit funny if I'm recording. So yeah, as I'm going in, camera down as usual Mandingos, and I will see you when we're making our way over. Ricicles. Here we go guys, making our way over. To the kitchen cafe. Gonna put the camera down now. Right. homemade chips, aye. Yes, please, aye.
And I'll have Dr. Potato and chili, please. Yeah, please.
So there you go, folks, that's our food ordered. I'm getting mince and dumplings with homemade chips, peas and carrots. Oh yes, that sounds absolutely lovely, jubbly. Mrs. Blott's getting a jacket potato with chilli. So yeah, I'll eat mine and I'll probably try Mrs. Blott's as well. I'll let you know what I think about them both. Okay then, I'm going to get back down there because they'll be bagging the food up. I've just left Mrs. Blott there to get the food. I've just stopped talking there because I've got a few locals walking past watching. And to be honest, they look like they're going to kick the shit out of us. Right, I'll bring you back in a second. In a second.
I want to treat yourself. Red velvet cake.
Okay guys, we've got the food. Nice piping hot food. We're now going to drive 5 minutes away and we're going to park up in Morrison's supermarket car park. And we're going to get stuck in, aren't we, Mrs. Blood?
Can't wait.
How much did that come to altogether?
£17.
£17. That was for mince and dumplings with chips and veg, jacket potato with chilli. Mrs. Blood also ordered 2 pieces of chocolate cake, 2 cans of pop. I think she got a coffee as well, £17 something. Can I complain, guys? Absolute bargain. Let's hope the food is as good as the price. You know what I'm talking about. All right then, we're going to drive somewhere and I'll see you when we're going to do some munching Gladbach. Mice.
Dana, win it.
Mice. Right folks, before we sit down and get stuck in, I'm going to quickly show you what we've got. So that is the jacket potato with chilli and cheese. The cheese on as well, Mrs. Blott?
Yes.
And a bit salad as well. That smells and looks very nice indeed. This is obviously going to be the mince and dumplings with homemade chips, peas and carrots. Oh god, that smells nice as well. I am looking forward to getting stuck into that. We've also got 2 pieces of chocolate cake.
Red velvet.
Yes, red velvet chocolate cake.
No chocolate, but red velvet.
There's no chocolate on. Oh well, I stand corrected. And 2 cans of plop. There we go. Oh, and I've even got some napkins to stop people complaining. Oh yes, you know what I'm talking about, Mandingos. Let's get this table set up, Mrs. Blott, and get sit down. Get sat down and get stuck in.
Right.
Rice. Oh yes, Mandingos. Here we go. Time to get stuck into this lovely food. There's my mince and dumplings and Mrs. Blott's jacket potato with chilli. I'll start off with some of these lovely homemade chips. You know me guys, I'm just going to get stuck right in. I'm not worried about people saying, Blott, you're eating like a pig. No point taking your time when you're doing a food review. Get stuck in. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, matron.
And you know it makes sense. Here we go. Guys, homemade chip with mince, Jasper carrot. Very nice. Chips are absolutely lovely. Just like when you make homemade chips in the house. They're the best kind of chips you can get. That's what I think.
I second that.
The mince is very tasty. Sometimes from some cuts it can be a little bit bland, but that is very nice. Up and out.
Jam potatoes lovely. Some size as well. What size is that?
Generous portion, so no complaints there.
Oh, definitely not.
Will certainly feed a big fat lad like me.
Definitely not.
Look at that. Lovely, juicy, homemade chip with mince and gravy on.
That's one of the best chilies.
Really nice.
Really nice.
Spicy chili or?
No, not too spicy.
Not too
It's
spicy.
got just a tiny little kick.
So if you like things a little bit spicy, but not too spicy, that sounds spot on. I'll try a little bit of that after this, because Mrs. Blott never eats all her food. I think that's why I'm such a big lad, because I eat mine and I always finish yours off, don't I?
Who says you getting some of this?
Me. Well, that is absolutely spot on. And you know, I was reading some of the reviews before I came out this morning. I wrote some down, but I meant to read them out earlier on and I forgot all about it. And the reviews were a mixed bag. There were some people saying that the food's not very nice at all. There were some people saying the food is absolutely beautiful. A lot of people were saying that the staff were very friendly. But then you had other comments saying that the tables were dirty inside. Mind, when we went in, the place was spotless clean.
Oh, and the staff were lovely.
The staff were really nice and friendly.
Polite.
So,
Do you know what it is? When you went in, it just felt like you'd known them, because they were just trying to wait there as normal. And
yep, that's what you want when you go in a local cafe, where the girls, the ladies on the counter, they're just chatting away to you like you've been in there 50 times before, but it's the first time we've been in. That's what you want when you go in a local cafe. That's part of the community. Yep, that is absolutely tremendous so far.
Slow down. Well, definitely doesn't look like I'm trying any of that.
You never try mine. Right, time to try the dumpling, and that looks just like the way I like them. Crispy on the top and soggy on the bottom with loads of gravy and mincemeat. Cutting through nice. I was thinking, are these plastic knife and forks going to do the job? But yeah, no problem at all.
Let's try.
Go on, Mrs. Blott, you try a bit dumpling.
I love dumplings. Oh, matron.
Nice, isn't it?
Just as good as mine.
Yeah. Just as good as Mrs. Blott. I've always said Mrs. Blott has got the best dumplings. Oh, matron. That was too easy.
Walk straight into that one.
Well, absolutely tremendous. I know I've said that already, but with it only having a 2-star, I know a 2 stars is a really low score. A lot of the cafes and takeaways I've done before have only had 1 or even a miserable 0. 2 is still below average because they get scored out of 5, you know, like on the local food hygiene thing. So, and then reading some of the reviews, people saying that the food's not nice. Now what I find is when people do the reviews, Mrs. Blood, it's normally the people who just want to complain that leave a review. Most people who enjoy the food, they don't even leave a review because you don't find a reason to, because you're expecting to enjoy your food, so you're not really going to leave a review if you have enjoyed your food, because that's what's supposed to happen. But then you get your people that don't know how quick to get on and leave a bad review. But to all them people who have left a bad review, I don't know what you're talking about, because that is really,
perfect.
Really nice. No complaints at all.
You know, some of these 5 stars I've been to for jack potatoes, the jack potatoes are tiny, but they're too crispy, and then when you're trying to cut through it, you can't. It's like brick.
Yeah.
And that is in the size of it.
So, yeah, Mrs. Blott's right there. You go to some places and they're charging you a fortune just for a jacket potato, and it's tiny. And when you're finished, you're still hungry, and you've got to go and get a sandwich from somewhere.
Look at that.
Well,
the size of it.
Oh, let me try that. Give me this. See, now I'm not bothered about a bit of skin, or the skins came off there.
No, it just falls off. Perfect.
Yep, that jacket potato is cooked absolutely spot on. Sometimes when you get the big ones, they can be a bit uncooked in the middle. Spot on.
No, that's perfect.
Let's get a bit jacket potato with the chilli on. There you go, guys. Get that in my belly. Oh, that chilli is really nice.
It is, isn't it? Not spicy, because you don't know I don't like spicy food, but it's just got a tiny little bit kick.
I was expecting something maybe a little bit cheap, you know, like from a tin, like a canned chilli, but that tastes like a nice
quality
homemade chilli.
Good quality mince. On
a giant jacket potato. And like I say, for the price, £17.50 I think it was, 2 cans of pop, 2 meals, and 2 pieces of, not chocolate cake, what was it?
Red velvet.
Red velvet cake. I was saying chocolate cake earlier on. Red velvet cake.
And a coffee.
And a Jurgen coffee. Well, I'll have a little bit more of this, because it's really nice. Don't worry guys, nothing will go to waste. When we stop recording, I'll polish all this off. I've got work in an hour, so if I get all this eaten, I only have to take a pot noodle to work or something like that.
I'll polish the cakes off.
Right, talking about the cakes, Mrs. Blott.
Come on, bit I've been waiting for.
Let's give one of them cakes a nice little try. There we go. Spot on. 2 meals there. Both of them absolutely spot on. And good value for money.
Oh, see, this is what I like. I'm a sweet person.
I'm sweet enough, so you know what I'm talking about, Mandingos.
It's stuck in.
Looks nice.
Try it, spin.
Looks nice. See, now I'm not really a cake person, unless I'm getting them free off my good friend, Mr. Kipling. Oh yeah. Now I can eat that.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Well, I am eating it. There you go.
Isn't that nice? Coffee, cake, what more can I ask for?
Yeah, that's fresh and all. Sometimes, you know, you can go into the cafes and they've got them in the big plastic container, and if they haven't sold enough cake the day before,
It's dodgy.
the same cake's going to be there the next day, and you can tell, can't you? You can tell when it's been lying there a day or two. It'll still be nice, but you know it's not really fresh. That's fresh. You can tell that's just been put out this morning.
You kind of put your windows out with that one.
No,
Some you can.
very nice, soft, light and fluffy. I'm not too bothered about the cream. There's nothing wrong with the cream, just I'm no lover of having cream in my mouth. Ow! Mrs. Blott likes it. Ow! Right, that's it. No more innuendos.
You say that every time? Every time.
Fantastic. I tell you what. Yes, just thinking of the score I'm going to give, guys. I'm going to give it a big, fat, massive 9.5 out of 10 Mandingos. That's called The Kitchen, which is in Town End Farm on the outskirts of the city of Sunderland. Right. What's your score, Mrs. Blott?
It was 9.5.
You were going to say 9.5?
Yes, you took mine.
Well, there you go. Great minds think alike, as they say in the southeastern region of Mongolia. 9.5. There you go. Right, guys, I've now got to go home, and I've got to get a quick shower, and then I've got to go to work. Once I'm back from work, I'm going to jump back in the old Denise Van Outen, and I'm going to do a world famous wasky with you.
Ooh.
See you after work, guys. You know what makes sense.
Right.
2 rides. Oh yes, Mandingos. You know what time it is. Wasky time. And this is what we've got this week. Big peat blended Isla wasky. Kindly given to me from a legend by the name of Nick. The guy with the daft hat. You know what I'm talking about, Nick, mate. Cheers, my man friend. Yeah, never had this one before. Never even heard of it, to be honest. I had a look online, and you can buy a proper size bottle, because this is just a miniature. You can buy a full size bottle for round about £36. So I'm looking forward to giving this a go. It's just after 11:30 at night. I've literally just finished work, popped in the house to say hello to Mrs. Blott and give her a little cheeky kiss. Oh, you better believe it, Mandingos. And get this wasky out the kitchen, straight in the old Vandingo to do a review for you absolute legends. Alrighty, let's get this popped in the old famous Cub Dingo, Mandingos. Oh yeah. Right, here we go. Get the old Baker Rooney in it, Mandingos. Oh, like a nice warm peat smell. Yeah. Not overpowering. You know, you can get some waskies and the peat just hits you, but just like a nice warm peaty smell. With maybe some like coffee in there as well. Yeah, like a definite scent of coffee coming through. And also maybe like a hint of chocolate, like a chocolate coffee type smell. And quite a bit of smoke coming through there as well. Not smoky to the point where it's blowing your cap off and all you can smell is smoke. But the smoke's definitely there. Anyway, that's enough of the sniffing. Let's get on with the tasting. Lice. Oh, now that is quite intense. Like an intense, heavy smoke. But strangely enough, it's quite delicious. Now, I've had smoky ones before where I've said the smoke was probably a little bit overpowering and I haven't given it a really good score because of that reason. Yeah, sometimes I say the smoke, it can ruin a wasky if it's too smoky. So I'm a bit confused there because that was like an intense smoky taste, but it tastes really nice with also some flavours of like peanuts. You know, when you get a nice bag of peanuts and you can't stop eating them. Aye, like a definite peanut flavour, and there's a few spices in there as well. Definitely a few spices, different types. Not burning me mouth or anything like that. Just the lovely, perfect amount. I really like this. I've got to be honest, when I looked at the label and seen like Big Pete and the picture you know, of the guy there with the beard on, I was thinking, it's not your typical whiskey picture on a bottle, is it? If you know what I mean, guys. Not your typical whiskey logo. So I was kind of putting it down before I even tried it, thinking it's not going to be a good one. And I'm really surprised. It's really nice. Anyway, down the hatch, man dingoes. Oh, yeah. Funny enough, in the aftertaste, now he's the one you're going to think I'm talking shite, but I'm not. This is just what I'm getting. You might get different flavours if you try it. It's just my personal opinion. But I'm getting like the best way I can describe it, like a freshly cut grass. You know, when you were younger and you used to play out in the fields and you get that smell of the freshly cut grass, and yeah, I'm getting like a taste, like a taste. And that, to me, it's like a freshly cut grass taste, but that's really, really nice. Nice and smoky, peat, a few spices, like a fresh cut grass thing going on. Honestly, I know that sounds silly, but there you go, guys. Big peat, blended Islay whiskey. I was only expecting to give this 5 or 6, something like that. And then I'm surprised. It's not going to be a massive score, but it's still a very decent, a very steady 7.7 out of 10 dingo mandingos. Oh yes, you better believe it is. And you know what I'm talking about. Get your words out, Chris. This is serious whiskey tasting. Right. Well, guys, that's nearly the end of this video, but not quite. I'm now going to leave you with a few bloopers. Not many, just a few. So apologies in advance for the bad language, guys. There's always a bit swearing in my bloopers because it's just what happens at the time when I'm videoing, and you know, that's just the way it goes, man dingoes. Right at the end of the bloopers, there'll be 3 or 4 little clips that you subscribers have sent me. So if any more subscribers, if you want to send us some little clips and you want to get in the Friday night video, send us them through Instagram. That's the best way to do it, because I don't really respond to people on Messenger. I like to keep my Facebook and my Messenger private, you know. But my Instagram's called Blot Outdoor Show Official. So if you send us some little clips through Instagram, you never know, man dingoes, you might just make it on next week's Friday night video. Well, guys, that's it. I am over the Lake District on Saturday with the 2 Chris's. That's going to be an epic wild camp, and it should be a good laugh. Few drinks, few whiskies, talking loads of shit and having a good time. So that video will go out on Sunday night, guys, and I will see you then on YouTube. You know it makes sense. Right. Right, folks, I'm in the bivvy now. I'm going to get zipped up, get a few hours sleep. It's been an absolutely fantastic camp. I've loved every minute of it so far. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Right, oh fuck off, man, that's fucking shit. Right, folks, I'm in the bivvy now. Nice and snug, lovely and warm. I've got my down trousers and my down slippers on, because it's just starting to get a little bit chilly. Probably don't even need that, to be honest, but I'm going to be nice and warm. Fuck off. Start again. So my fansexuals, that's the end of this video. That's shite. Should we do a little bit? Ah, fucking hell. Muck that up. Fuck off. Shite. Right, I'm fucking lost it now. Fuck. Oh yes. Let's get the wasky up. Dear mate. Stumbling about. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not good. Oh God. Start again. So that's it, folks. That's the end of this week's camping video. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've had an absolutely fantastic time as usual. It was class. Good little cave to camp in. Spot on. Just where I needed to chill out. Well, fuck off. Well, that's it, folks. That's the end of this week's camping video. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've had an absolutely fantastic time as usual. You better believe I have. Aye, it was spot on. Class. What a... fuck off, man. Get your words out.
Oh, matron.
Oh. Hey, what time is it? What time is it? What time is it? Mandingo time. Right.
Time for a little chest warmer.
Right.
The old pansexual. Pansexual. Pansexual.
Hello there, Mandingos. I'm gonna have a little camp. You know it makes sense. Ricicles. Why are you buggers?
Oh.